What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. I know my fragrance girlies have been slightly neglected, so today we're pulling up for some fall fragrance content, okay? Look, I know I'm always talking about the sweet, the yummy, the ooey gooey, the gourmand, but I thought it would be good for me to pull up and give you guys something that is not so typical. We love being like other girls. Other girls are hot, other girls are great, but sometimes you need to stand out. So today I'm going to be giving you guys all of my top fall picks for those of you who just want to be a little different, who want to smell a little different, who want to give a different kind of vibe, right? We all need that in our lives. I feel like all of these fragrances here are not only perfect for fall and winter, but they are also signature scent worthy, okay? So if you're interested in seeing all of my top picks for my not so typical fall perfume wardrobe, just keep on watching. All right, my love. So before we get into it, listen, your girl has been trying to get it together as far as like her personal style, okay? I feel like my style has really been like evolving over the years. In some ways, it's been very much the same, and in some ways, it has been very much different. And the changes in career path over the year have definitely affected that. And one of those things is trying to get back into wearing jewelry. Y'all know I used to work in field research. I can't really work in the field anymore the way that I used to, but jewelry was not really a thing for me back then. Like, it just did not fit into my day-to-day. And so I realized I've been slacking. I've been picking up pieces here and there. I've been gifted quite a few pieces from family members, and I have just been slowly adding dainty pieces to my collection. So today I wanted to shout out this company, Ana Luisa. They reached out to me and sent me some gorgeous pieces. Now, Ana Luisa is a jewelry company that creates gorgeous, high-quality pieces that are hypoallergenic at a wonderful price point. And that's great for me because I do like to have staple pieces in my collection that, you know, don't cost an entire savings account, right? And so they sent me a couple of pieces here, and they're like perfect for me. These are perfect for day-to-day, and they're also perfect for me to just kind of like dress up with other pieces in my collection. The first item that they sent me are these gorgeous low medium hoop earrings. Now, I love me a hoop, and for a while I was in my like super duper big, like bigger the hoop, bigger the hoe era. And I still love that. But when I'm at work on a daily basis, or I'm just trying to do a little bit of something, I love putting these on. These are the perfect size, and I love the way that these fit into my ears. I love the clasp on this. So many of my hoops have broken because they have poor adhesion properties. A lot of them, the stems will break, things like that. I love this because it goes in and it secures beautifully, and I know it's with me all day. This has a little bit of weight to it as well. Even though this is a smaller hoop, I can still feel it, but it doesn't drag my ears down. It is the perfect weight, and I love, y'all know I love gold jewelry. Gold is my thing. And they also have a lot of really cute like ear cuffs and huggies on the website. And I've been planning on getting some additional piercings in my ears. And these would be so cute with some of their other cuff styles kind of like lined up along the ear. These have been perfect. I haven't had any issues with my ears. And it also was not aggravating my tattoo. I have a tattoo back here. These don't do that. And then they also sent me this gorgeous 20-inch gold pebble necklace. And I absolutely adore it. It is so beautiful. And again, like, it has really nice weight to it, but it's not so heavy that it feels cumbersome. I wore this recently to a wedding, layered with one of my pearl chokers, and it was so beautiful. It was such a nice statement, but it just looks so elegant, chic, classy. I can wear this to work, or I can wear this to really nice events. These are just so stunning. They work well with my skin. I don't have to worry about breaking out. And I love that these pieces are super versatile in my collection. And I want so many more things off of their website because they have beautiful staple pieces that I can mix into my everyday and still look very dainty and chic. But they also have very unique pieces that will kind of get you noticed. They're just beautiful. I also adore the fact that they are carbon neutral. I love the packaging that they send their products in. And so everything is reusable. These are absolutely stunning, and I feel like these are perfect additions to my collection and elevating my personal style. By the time you guys see this, I will be a couple days away from my 30th birthday, and so I'm getting into my elegant, chic, classy bag. This right here is it. Make sure you check the link down below if you are interested in purchasing some Ana Luisa jewelry. So yeah, these are absolutely stunning, totally fitting the vibe. I'm here for it. Thanks so much to Ana Luisa for sending these over. I absolutely adore them, and I can't wait to check out other pieces on the website. I've been in a very like dark, moody mode. A lot of these are really great if you're kind of like alt girly, if you like that vampy situation, or if you're someone who likes to not necessarily smell so typically like candy, caramel, spice during the fall. These are perfect for you. Let's go ahead and get right into it with my fragrance of the day. This one right here, she is heavily hated. Heavily hated, but I love her. I thank God that I am one of those people that this fragrance develops so stunningly on my skin. I've been in my niche bag, but we always need a good designer, and Tom Ford. Listen, Tom Ford is my favorite not so typical brand when it comes to fragrances. There are a lot of Tom Fords that I side eye, but Black Orchid, this one right here, it's everything to me. I know a lot of people hate it. It has a scent profile that is not easy to understand. It's boozy, it's chocolatey, but it also has this dark carnal flower note in it that is very, it can almost resemble a little bit of decay in a way, but in the best way possible. In the best way possible. This smells like the chicest department store that you could ever go into to me. On my skin, this reads very much dark liquor and spiced chocolate laying on a bed of purple flowers. That's what this gives to me. The look that I have going right now is exactly what this fragrance gives to me. She's dark, she's deep, she's sexy. She might have tattoos on her neck. She might wear Tom Ford suits to work. She also might drive around a hearse. It's that kind of vibe. I know some people say that this just absolutely reeks on them, but on me, this is the perfect boozy cinnamon spice chocolate fragrance. It's a little spooky, you know, like it's very October. It's very Scorpio. This is one of those fragrances that you wear when you like, you know yourself. You know you're a baddie. She a baddie, she knows she a 10. Yeah, she knows that. She cute, her body tea. You know you're that girl. Like you have to have confidence to wear this fragrance, because if you don't, this fragrance will wear you. I love it. It's just beautiful. I know this pops up in a whole lot of videos where people say like they would never repurchase. This is one of those fragrances I'm always going to have in my arsenal, because it just, I feel like it's a necessity. If you are someone who has always wanted to be a Replica by the fireplace girly, but the sweetness of that scent just makes you ill, I'm one of those people. Every time I smell it, it makes me feel like I need to run into the bathroom. I have a scent for you. This is Gourmet by Micallef. Now, they were so kind to send this bottle over. I've had this in my collection for a couple of years. It does not have a big dent in it because, baby, 2 sprays and you're done. If you spray more than this, everyone is going to hate you. But this is so beautiful, and it's not what I expected it to be. This is a warm but dry fragrance. We have roasted chestnuts, we have raspberry, and we have oud. And this is so beautiful. It's very much, it gives very much the feelings that I get with By the Fireplace, but it's not sickly sweet. It is nutty and toasty. You still have a little bit of sweetness from that raspberry. Don't let that raspberry scare you. This does not read a strange fruity bomb. You don't get that. It just gives like this really nice, subtle sweetness that this scent needs. And then you get this really beautiful, smooth, smoky oud. This is very much black turtleneck Cuban link. Yeah, black turtleneck Cuban link. It's so good. I love this on me. I could also see this smelling amazing on my guy. Very much unisex. It doesn't lean too feminine. It doesn't lean too masculine. But if you're someone who wants to go into that vein of By the Fireplace, but you just want something that's not going to be that super sweet, ooey gooey marshmallow, you still want to smell sensual and you still want to smell like you own the room, this right here, just to get your nose on her, because she is absolutely stunning. Kilian Angel Share is like the quintessential fall baddie scent. Even Beyonce knows what's up with Kilian Angel Share, okay? We found out during the Renaissance era that Kilian Angel Share is her scent. And it makes sense. It is a boozy apple pie filling fragrance. It gives all of those beautiful bourbon barrel, like cask notes. It's a little woody, it's spicy, it's a tad bit smoky, but it's still a little bit of like a tart apple sweetness. But I feel like we don't talk about her sister enough. And that is Miss Apple Brandy. I have the travel spray. I plan on putting this into my collection this year, full bottle, because I absolutely adore it. This right here is the crisp fall leaves version of Angel Share. This is a little bit of bergamot, a little bit of juniper, but there is this really yummy pineapple with vanilla. She's still ambery and she's still warm, but she is way more fresh. This has a fresher, more aromatic aspect to it that you guys know I absolutely love. This smells like flannels to me. It gives flannels. It gives that first hit of fall air, that first turn of the leaves, that first step into an apple orchard. Like, that's what this gives me. And I feel like we don't talk about this enough. I think that Angel Share really takes over because that is like quintessential fall scent. Like, it's apple, it's cinnamon, it's a little bit gourmand, it's a little bakery, but it's still a little boozy. This right here, if you want that fall essence, but you don't necessarily want to smell like a bakery, you still want a kind of like apple crispiness, but you want something a little bit different, I highly recommend picking up Apple Brandy over Angel Share. Now, I love me some Angel Share. My Angel Share is almost empty. She's that girl. But Miss Apple Brandy is not to be played with. She does get noticed. She does get compliments. I get tons of compliments when I wear this. And she is beast mode. To me, this is a masterpiece fragrance, and it's so deeply slept on. So if you want something that's going to give you more of that crisp fall air situation while also being sensual, sexy, who's that girl that just walked in the room? Apple Brandy from Kilian. This one right here, I picked up because I wanted something special for the summer. And don't get me wrong, she gave me gorgeous summer nights. But I think for those of you who are fruity girls, who want to be more of that like standout, sensual, deep, smoky, but still fruity girl, I think this is going to get you for fall. This is Mango Oud from Gritti. I was bouncing back and forth with what fragrance I wanted to get from Gritti. Let me take this top off because she's bright. Really wanted, when I saw this, I just knew that I needed to have it because this is the perfect fruity oud fragrance. This is creamy mango with a bit of like a sticky guava note and just the smoothest but still smokiest oud. This is so beautiful. I'm not going to spray this because everything will smell like this and I know it will clash with what I'm wearing. This is so beautiful. This is perfect for like summer date nights. But this also, I feel like, is going to be amazing for those of you who still like to smell fruity in the fall and winter. Because the oud is so smoky. It's so sensual. It almost kind of reads leather, like a suede touch. This is so beautiful. It's creamy. It's sweet. It's a little tart. But there's something that is so deeply ultra feminine about this. This is very much praying mantis. It's very much, we gonna cut and then I'm gonna rip your head off before I leave. Like, she's that girl. And I love it. It's just so beautiful. And I know a lot of people picked this up and were disappointed because I think they wanted something more like Cruz del Sur 2. But if I wanted that, I would have just picked up Cruz del Sur 2. Sorry, y'all. I just took down this braid out and my fingerprints are everywhere. But this one right here is just so much more than that. Even though I do love a creamy mango, I love for my scents that are very much like creamy, sweet, general, to be just combined with something that's punchier. That's going to give you a little bit more of a, oh, what was that? This is so good. And like I said, there's something so feminine about this. Like, my man could pull this off, but I don't think I would want to smell this on him. I think I would want to put this on and let him know what's about to go down. That's the vibe that it gives. It's about to go down. We're going to go out and we're going to have lots of drinks and we're going to have a good time. I'm going to be a bit of a brat. And then you can do something about that when we get home. That's what this gives. And I love it. Tom Ford Ombré leather. Like I said, Tom Ford is one of my favorite brands to go to for like the alt girl kind of situation. Ombré leather is one of my favorite fragrances for fall. My best friend tried to take this from me and I was like, no, boo-boo. You better go get your own. This is cedar, it's iris, and the softest leather of life. This right here is one of my favorite leather fragrances of all time. I feel like a lot of brands do leather very like punchy in your face, almost to the point where sometimes they can kind of smell like something that belongs in a toilet. Barnyard, if you catch my drift. This doesn't lean that way. This is like opening up the most expensive fresh leather handbag of your life. The leather in here is so soft and smooth that it actually enhances the sweetness of the iris. And I love this. Like, this is very much like, this would be beautiful with like a little black dress, but also like jumpsuit and heels. Also like tailored black suit with nothing underneath, just the girls doing what they do. Yeah, this is that. Letting the girls run free. Mine are too big to do that. It takes too much tape to live that life for me. But if I could, I would. If Graffiti wasn't my hater, I would. But if you can, I'm just saying, you need to wear this when you do that. It's very much that. There's just something about this that makes me so happy. I love when a man pulls up on me with this. I love when a man pulls up on me with this. But I love pulling up on a brother wearing this because you know I'm not one to be played. I want to add more creamy leather fragrances in my collection. So if you have some favorites, let me know, because so far a lot of the leathers that I tried have really disappointed me. But this one right here, Comes in clutch every time. This one right here is new to my collection. I purchased this over the summer, but when I got my nose on it, I was like, this is going to be kind of like new classic for fall and winter. This is Latte e Mandorla from Profumo di Firenze. And y'all, this is stunning, but she's not for everybody. She's not for everybody. This is a milky almond rose fragrance. This has a very prominent milk note. It is very lactonic, very creamy. There is also a rose note in here, and that milky creaminess with the rose it does something to me. There is something so dainty and feminine about this, but the almond and the patchouli in this come together and create this kind of like punch. It's like, yeah, she can be sweet and flirty and innocent, but don't play her. But don't play her. I can see some people saying that this is a grandma floral. I don't get that though. This is so beautiful. I got a sample of this off of Lucky Scent several months ago, and the minute I opened it and put it on my skin, I was like, whoa. On skin, it's that much better. And the patchouli doesn't really smell like patchouli. It kind of gives me almost like an aniseed energy. It's not quite licorice, but it gives this spiciness that doesn't necessarily read patchouli. So if you're someone who doesn't like that super earthy patchouli, this is not going to give that. But you do know that there's something in here that is giving some type of like spice, right? It's so beautiful. This doesn't smell like anything that I've ever smelled. This is one of the most unique fragrances in my collection, and I have enjoyed wearing it. It really toes the line of gourmand and floral for me. It's just so creamy, but not too sweet. And the almond in this is very like baby soft touch almond. It's not that heavy, thick marzipan. It's not going to give you that really sharp, like cherry bomb almond extract that a lot of almond fragrances give. This is so different. If you're someone who was in the market for like a Blanche Bête, which I do also want to add into my collection, but you want something that is still going to read different. You want the milkiness. You want a rose. Like you want a new classic rose in your collection. Highly suggest checking this out, and the price point on this is amazing. And then the last three are for my gourmand girlies who still want to be gourmand, but kind of want to take a different road with that. Y'all know I love to smell like cookies. I love to smell like my man can just pick me up and eat me, because I mean, he can't pick me up and eat me, but I love to smell that way as well. These are going to give you edible, but also something a little different. First things first, I adore this fragrance. It's one that I wear to bed often. It's one that I like to wear on like off days when I'm just like chilling at the library, or I want to smell creamy and sweet, but I still want that aromatic touch, and that is Coffee Break from Replica. Y'all, you see, I love this fragrance. This fragrance is one that kind of like picked me up through some tough times. It was definitely like a soother to my brain. If you want something that's going to be a beautiful everyday fall fragrance, you don't necessarily want to walk in and be the first person that someone smells in the room. This is going to be that. She is cozy, she's sweet, she's comforting. You get a little bit of coffee with a lot of foamy milk and lavender. This is so beautiful. During the day, I will wear this with like a fresh cream type of scent. Sweet Cream from Pretty Girl Beauty is another one that's really, really good with this. But when I go to bed, I wear this with scents like Lush Sleepy. This does so much for me. It's like one of my perfect fall scent if I just want to be like sweet, but still a little bit clean and cozy. And I still want people to know that I smell good, but I don't necessarily need to prove that I'm the best smelling person in the room that day. This is so good. I just love it. The fragrance description is creamy and cozy coffee, and the provenance and period is Stockholm 2007. It gives very much like gray overcast fall day walking into a coffee shop. It evokes like this memory of like big chunky fluffy gray and white sweaters and scarves. This is so beautiful. If you haven't tried Coffee Break, I highly suggest it. One of my favorites from the Replica lineup. I also have their tea fragrance, their matcha one, which I also enjoy. If you guys want a video on like my top like cozy fragrances that are great for like homebodies, or if you're someone who just wants to give yourself like daily aromatherapy, let me know. I can do that for you. Right now, the thing has been like citrusy gourmands. I've been adding several into my collection. Some of them I have already talked about over the last couple of months. But there is one specific one in my collection that is so fall coated that I had to talk about it in this video. It's very much gourmand alt girl. And if you know, you know. Some of you who know fragrance might already know what I'm about to talk about. Unknown Pleasures by Kerosene. Y'all don't talk about this brand enough for me because Kerosene has bangers. I want to get Followed. If you know about Followed, you know that is creamy coffee, caramel, maple. You can smell it before you open the package. That's how strong it is. My sample is sitting in my little sample basket over there, and I can smell it every day when I walk into my room. That's how strong it is. This one is not quite that strong, but she is beautiful. This is tea, shortbread, but it's giving very much like having afternoon tea in a like refurbished warehouse. It says that there's like a garage note in here, and it reads slightly metallic, but not in an off-putting way. It's something that really like brings this fragrance together in such a unique way. And it shouldn't make sense, but it does. I love the citrusy notes in here. I love the tea notes in this. I love a good tea fragrance for fall. I feel like a lot of people miss out on fall fragrances because they skip over tea. I love a good tea fragrance for fall. This is so well balanced with the tea, the citruses, and there's this beautiful shortbready note in here as well that I just cannot get enough of. Yeah, like it's so beautifully balanced. Like they really did their big one with this because it's citrusy and a little sugary. You get a little bit of bitterness from the tea and some butteriness from the shortbread aspects of it, but then you get this slight metallic touch that just makes this slightly grungy, a little alt. I've said this before, I'll say it again. This is what I picture Roxy from Den of Vipers smelling like. If you have read Den of Vipers, if you are a bookish girly, this is what I imagine her smelling like. She's a British baddie, I'm just saying. But like there was always this mention of her in the book smelling like uniquely herself, like just smelling like home. And I just always imagine, because of her style, because of her aesthetic, like her smelling sweet and yummy, but also having like this little bit of metallic from like the types of jewelry that she likes to wear. This is exactly what I imagine Roxy smelling like. You can pull this off in the summer, but this just reads so fall to me, and I feel like the notes in here really do pull even more beautiful in the cold weather. So that is Unknown Pleasures by Kerosene. This one right here is all the things I love in a gourmand, but she's different. She's different. And those of you who have tried this fragrance know what I mean. She is different in all the best ways. This is Creme de Pistache from Sphinx. Let me get that. There we go. Y'all see that bottle? I promise I wipe my stuff down, y'all. But as soon as I touch it, it gets nasty. I fell in love with Sphinx last year. They sell gorgeous extracts at a beautiful price point. This is a 3.4 ounce bottle, 100 ml. And this ran me about $140, and they're always having awesome sales on their website as well. I went into this expecting a super sweet, nutty pistachio fragrance, and I got that. But this is not your typical sweet, nutty pistachio fragrance. This is ice cream. It's rum. It's a nutty pistachio. There's even a little bit of a candy note in here, but there is an ambery blonde woods note in this that gets me every time. This is one that you need to have on skin, okay? If you just take this out of the bottle when you first pick it up and you just spray it on a piece of paper, you're probably not going to get everything. Initially, when it opens up, you get some of those like blonde woods, right? And then as the fragrance warms up, it warms up into this super creamy, nutty, ice creamy pistachio with like a little bit of booze in there as well. As it sits on your skin, you get some of those more like candy-like aspects of the fragrance in this. But throughout the entire wear of the fragrance, you get this really smooth, fluffy blonde wood in here. Like I said, it's a little ambery, it's a little woody, but you have these really dense gourmand notes in here that just do something for me. It's so pretty. It's yummy. It's very much eats you up, but it also has like this woody, sophisticated touch to it that I kind of just cannot get over. I sprayed this on my winter coat last year. I went to go pull that bad boy out the other day. It still smells like creme de pistache. She's in need of a dry cleaning, but like it still smells like creme de pistache. And I'm pretty sure I sprayed that thing on there in like January. This is so good. The oil concentration on this is a lot. So when you're spraying this on yourself, be careful with your clothes and things like that. It lasts all day, all night. Apparently it'll last for years because, hey. But this is so stunning in such an edgy way. Like there's this really beautiful, warm, sweet, comforting aspect of the gourmands in this. But then you have those blonde woods and that amber quality that really make this a little bit edgier. And it turns this into your not typical gourmand. If you just want something that is going to be super duper sweet, fluffy, creamy, this is not necessarily going to be your bag. But if you're more interested in something that's going to give you all of those aspects of a yummy, decadent gourmand while also giving you something a little bit more interesting with those woody notes, definitely check this out. All right, guys, that is it for my not so typical fall fragrance lineup. All of these are fragrances that like, they're going to get you noticed. They're going to stand out for you. They're going to serve their purposes. They're going to come correct, okay? So you guys let me know. Have you tried any of these fragrances? What do you think of them? And if you plan on picking up any of them up, let me know. I'll have the full fragrance list down below. Also, don't forget to make sure you go down in that description box, click the link, and check out Ana Luisa jewelry if you're interested in trying out any of the pieces that I'm wearing today, or finding some other pieces that fit your personal style. Check them out. Everything will be down in the description right there for you. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me while I kind of get things together. Like, life has really been lifing. I will say that things have not been good, but I'm gonna walk around like it's great. Okay? I'm gonna walk around like it's great. Ain't nobody about to steal my joy. All right, guys. I love you. Thank you so much for pulling up. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.